Hi everyone, it's Michelle Bell. I was having a little bit of trouble getting on really quick, but if you can hear me, just click on the chat would be great. Hi. Yay, you guys can hear me. Perfect. We can get started. So I'm going to get started right away because I tend to be a little bit long-winded. So I want to make sure we don't go over the time. So welcome. If you're not sure of the topic for today, tonight, depending on your time zone, we are going to talk about sponsoring. And my name is Michelle Bell. I am a Black status presenter with Younique. I live in Denver, Colorado in the United States. And sponsoring is one of my favorite topics to talk about. So I'm excited. So I have a lot to share. And to be honest, we could spend like a whole afternoon or day just talking about sponsoring and sharing tips and ideas. So what I'm going to share today are some things that have worked for me. And what's great is that everyone does this business a little bit differently. And so you'll find that other presenters maybe have sponsored in different ways or done different things. So these are just some tips and things I've picked out throughout the years. Just a little bit about me. I mentioned I'm a Black Status presenter. I have 4 children. My youngest is 5, my oldest is 12, and I've actually been doing direct sales, gosh, now for about 9 years, so 2 years with Younique. I joined October 2013. Before that, I was with another totally different company, and I was a director of that company. So sponsoring, yes. So I want to tell you really quick, when I first started doing direct sales, first of all, I never ever thought I would be doing sales. I remember telling a friend in college, we both graduated in marketing, and my dream job, or whatever you want to call it, was to do graphic design, packaging design, marketing research, that kind of stuff is what I love. And his goal was to be a pharmaceutical sales rep. And I remember talking with him and just saying, I don't ever want to do sales. Like, that does not sound fun at all to me. So, never say never, because here I am. And I love it. I love direct sales. So, but when I first got started with direct sales, I kind of had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, I would say, about sponsoring. I was frustrated. Why do I need to sponsor in order to make more money? I mean, why can't it just be dependent on, my efforts, what I'm selling, all that good stuff? And you should be able to see me. Can you not see me? Maybe I've been talking to myself. Someone mentioned that they shouldn't be able to see me. I can't. This is the first I've attended. What do I do? Okay. I just want to make sure everyone can see me. I can see and hear you. Okay, perfect. I got a little worried. Courtney, if you can't see or hear, I would suggest maybe going out and coming back in or trying a different browser. But as long as everyone else can, okay, we're good. Plus, this is recorded. Okay, so back when I started direct sales, I was a little bit frustrated. I just wanted to have it be depend on me. I didn't want to have to depend on anybody else. And then I started thinking about it a little bit differently. I started thinking about it more like any other business. Okay, so I want you to picture like a car dealership. Okay, so if you own a car dealership and you're selling cars, you only have so much time. You only have so much time. You're only one person. So you can only talk to so many people to sell cars to. So you're selling cars and you're making, a decent amount of money selling cars. But what if you could bring on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other people to help you sell cars, and you invest some time with them and you train them and help them to do exactly what you are doing? Okay, doesn't that sound a lot like direct sales? Doesn't that sound really smart? Because now you're not just dependent on your time, you have leverage. You're leveraging other time as well. And because you're supporting them and you brought them on and you're training them, you're gonna get a cut of everything that they bring in, right? It's brilliant, you guys, brilliant. I love the direct sales model. So once I started thinking about it more like that, it made a lot more sense to me on why sponsoring is so important. So we're gonna talk about that just a little bit, because you might not understand totally why sponsor. Why do we need to keep sponsoring? Okay, so I want to share a few things with you. First off, there is a statistic in direct sales that you guys need to know about. So first, I am a numbers person. I love numbers. I love math, all that good stuff. So I relate to numbers. Numbers help me make sense of things. So I'm going to share some statistics in this call today that I think will really help you as well. So the first statistic is, and this is with any direct sales company, this is not unique. This is network marketing, direct sales across the board, okay? And if you talk with your upline, you'll find that they see that this is true for their teams as well. So there's a rule of thirds, okay, with your team. A third of your team is coming, a third of your team is working, and a third of your team is leaving at any given month. So what does that mean? That means if you bring in 3 people, okay, and you think, I'm set, I got 3 people, this is gonna be awesome. Guess what? Statistically, in 2 months, 2 of those people are gonna be gone, and you're gonna be left with 1 person working, your worker, okay? So those that bring in a certain number of people and feel like I've arrived, you have to realize that people come and go in this industry, and that's just kind of the way it is. So your goal isn't necessarily so much to rely on the people that you bring in, but to help them to sponsor as well and get them going so you're reaching to more people. So if that person decides in a year or 6 months that they're done or whatever, you know, life happens, things happen, you have other people that they have already brought in. So you have to keep sponsoring. You have to keep sponsoring because you always are replacing that third with other new people, okay? And I want you to think about it like this. So if you owned a dairy farm, okay? I don't own a dairy farm, but let's just picture this, okay? You own a dairy farm and you're making pretty good income. You have the cows, you milk every morning, you've got a certain amount of milk that your cows produce and you're selling it and you're making, you know, decent income with your dairy farm. Now, what are you going to do if you want to increase that income, if you want to bring in more money for your business? Well, could you go out and milk your cows 2-3 times a day? Is that going to produce more milk? No, it's not, because a cow only has so much milk. So how are you going to get more milk? You got to get more cows. Okay. So when you look at your team, if you haven't sponsored, we'll talk about that too. But if you've already sponsored, I want you to look at your team. If your team's not doing what you want it to do, if your girls are not producing, if they're not working, you know what? Sometimes we bring in people to this business that just are not going to work. They just don't want it. You know, they don't have the same passion as you, the same work ethic, whatever. The easiest way to build your business, the quickest way, is to sponsor. You guys have probably heard the phrase, it's easier to give birth than to resurrect the dead, okay? It's totally true. Bringing in new people to your organization brings in a new energy to your team, okay? And it's a lot easier to help somebody brand new get fired up and going than try to reach out to somebody that's been in it 6 months, you know, here and there, not really putting a lot of effort in and trying to pull them along, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about, I feel like there's 3 different aspects to sponsoring that I'm going to touch on. The first is your attitude, okay? The second is numbers. I mentioned I'm a numbers person. And the third are skills. So in order to be successful with sponsoring, you need to understand all 3 of those, okay? So attitude, numbers, statistics, and skills. Now I'm going to say that the attitude part is at least 80% of it. Maybe even 90%. It's pretty much the majority of the thing, okay? So what do I mean by attitude? I mean, how do you feel about the business? So take a little quick survey on yourself really quick, okay? How do you feel about your company? How do you feel about Younique? How do you feel about the products? How do you feel about the business opportunity? Do you feel like if you bring somebody in that they're gonna make money? Do you feel like this is a good opportunity for them, okay? Think about that for a second. Now I want you to do a little therapy psychologist thinking here. Think this through. How do you feel that others feel about the opportunity? Because I'm going to tell you that that's even more important, right? Because we often put prejudgments out on other people. We will look at somebody and say, they work full time. There's no way they're gonna be way too busy to want to do this. Or, I mean, they make 6 figures. Why would they need to add on a part-time, you know, makeup business on the side? or she doesn't wear makeup. You know, we have a tendency to prejudge people. So I want to tell you, you want to try not to do that, okay? Because you never know what somebody is looking for. Somebody might be, you know, maybe they don't need the money, but they want the friendships. Or, you know, maybe they don't wear makeup, but maybe they would like to wear makeup. I know for a fact that was me. I mean, I didn't sell makeup before Younique. I was pretty nervous about selling Younique, actually. So someone could have looked at me and said, oh, there's no way she'd ever be interested. I still have friends that say, I can't believe you sell makeup. Like, they're totally shocked. So you just never know what somebody is looking for, okay? So mindset is everything, you guys. And this is something that you guys can work on. We hear a lot about personal development, and it's so true, okay? If you have the attitude of not only, you know, that business is a great business, but also that you believe that you can do this business, right? That you can be good at this, that people want to join you, that you would be a great leader, all right? You've got to believe in yourself and believe in the company, because you're going to be so much more confident, and people are attracted to confidence, okay? So personal development, spend some time reading books, get yourself to events, whatever you can do to build your belief in yourself and in the company and in the opportunity, okay? All right, numbers. I mentioned it's a numbers game, right? So, you know, I don't really believe in luck, but I do believe that when you are working, you have opportunities that come to you and you are able to take advantage of them. If you want to call that luck, call it luck, whatever. But it's a numbers game in this business. So that means that the more people you talk to, the more likely you're going to find that rock star that just takes off with your team. I have personally sponsored 152 people in the last 2 years with Younique. And out of those 152 people, a third of my team is under one leader, and another third of my team is under 2 leaders. That's 3 people. You know, was I lucky to find those 3 people? Sure. But I was talking to a lot of people to get to those 3 people. And I have other leaders coming up the ranks too. So it's a little bit of a numbers game. The more you talk to, the more people you're going to find. So a big solution, and when I have somebody that comes to me and says, I can't sponsor, I ask them, okay, how many people did you talk to yesterday? Okay, ask yourself this question. How many people did you talk to about the business opportunity yesterday? Not last month, not last year, yesterday. That's a big indicator of how serious you are about your business and being consistent and doing something every day to work your business. Okay, always you want to be talking with people. Another statistic in direct sales is 1 out of every 10 business conversations that you have will turn into a recruit. Okay, I like those numbers because that's powerful. That means, hey, if I haven't recruited anyone or sponsored anyone this month, whatever word you want to use, I just need to make sure I get at least 10 conversations, business conversations, not just product, business conversations. So what does that mean? You know, online, how many people are you having conversations with, talking with, in person? Okay, it's a relationship business. We're still do things in person, okay? And selling. So numbers relate to sales because the more you sell, you're just going to be in front of more people. So it's not a weird thing that the people that sell the most tend to sponsor the most because they're just in front of more people. So you have more parties going on, guess what? You're going to sponsor more people. If you have more customers, you're going to sponsor more people. So if you're not quite sure where to start with the sales because that gives you a fresh market, a fresh network to go to. Because guess what? You know, a lot of people come new into this business and the first thing they do is they go to their friends and family, right? That's what we all, you know, that's who we know. So we approach our friends and family and we say, you know, buy this, please join, you know, wouldn't you like to do this? And they might, but you know what? Most don't. Your friends and family, you know, they'll come around eventually, but it might take a year or 2 or never, who knows? But in the meantime, you can be talking to a lot of other people and selling to a lot of other people, opening up your network and increasing your reach, okay? And that's really, really gonna help, okay? All right, skills. So we talked about attitude, we talked about how it's kind of a numbers game. Let's talk about skills. Actually, really quick, I have a really quick story I want to tell you guys before I go into skills, because this has to do with numbers. So I didn't realize how true this was with direct sales, but I mentioned I have about most of my team under 3 or 4 people, right? If you talk to your upline leaders, they're going to say the exact same thing. Most of their team is under just a few rock star leaders that they're so excited to have on their team. So I want you to picture that you got invited to a stadium. Okay, you're with a group of people, you get to a stadium, and it's an empty stadium. It's huge, football, soccer, whatever sport you love, okay? You're at the stadium and your little tour guide, the guy there says, hey, everyone, guess what? There's $1 million under one of these seats. I promise you it's there, you just gotta find it. Ready, set, go. Okay, so you'll have like 3 groups of people. You'll have a group of people there that starts running out the gate, turning over every seat that they can, every seat, every seat, every seat. Okay. You'll have another third that says, well, there's no way I'm going to find it. I'm just going to give up, and they leave. And then you have a third that kind of goes, well, I'll try, but I'm going to go slow, you know, seat by seat by seat. But it's there. So I want you to think of direct sales just like that. Okay. You don't need $1 million seats. You only need $1 million seat. So you'll have somebody that joins that is your $1 million seat. Okay, it's pretty awesome. So your job, you guys, we are not in the convincing business. We don't have to sell people on the opportunity. We are in the sorting business. Okay, you're just flipping over those seats, flipping over those seats. Get to the next one, get to the next one. A mistake I see a lot of new presenters make is they have this list. They join, they have 5 to 6 people. They're like, I know this person's going to join, this person's going to join, this person's going to join. And then the next month you talk to them and say, okay, so who are you going to offer the opportunity to? Oh yeah, Susie, I'm still talking with her. She's still interested. The next month, oh yeah, Susie, you know, I know she'd be great at this. She should totally do this, okay? 3 months, they haven't sponsored anybody, but they're still working on those 5 to 6 people. You guys, put those 5 to 6 people on a maybe later list, follow up with them, but be talking to other people. You could have sponsored, or that person could have sponsored 3, 4 people while she was waiting for those 5 on the fence, okay? All right, let's get to some skills, and we're gonna hurry because we're gonna keep this to 30 minutes. Get you in and out and on the door. So I want you to grab a piece of paper because this is gonna be the stuff that you can do right away. Wording, actions you can take right now to make a difference in your sponsoring, okay? So first thing I'm going to tell you really quick is that you don't ever want to say, join my team. So you can raise your right hand, say, I'm never going to say join my team because that's terrible. Because people don't join because you say join my team. They join because they want to do it, okay? Second, don't underestimate the power of a personal invitation, okay? I recently got invited to, I've been invited to a few LuLaRoe events, okay? My cousin sells it. I mean, like, I know her really well. A friend from high school sells it. A friend from elementary school sells it. Okay, I know all these people that sell LuLaRoe, and I've seen it here and there. I've been invited to parties, never purchased anything, not once. Then all of a sudden, my good friend emails me and says, hey, would you like to host a party for me? And you know what? Guess what I said? I said yes, because she asked me. She asked me personally. She didn't post on her wall, who wants to host a party, because I don't respond to that. She reached out to me personally and she asked me. You guys, personal connections really work. So if you are posting something on your wall, look at this awesome kit, or join my team, you know what? You're not reaching people at a personal level, and that's where they really respond, okay? Okay, another skill. Don't worry about the results, okay? Focus on the actions. So we talked about a numbers game. Focus on conversations. How many conversations can you have every day or every week, whatever is the best way to work at it, okay? Power of videos. You guys, if you're not doing videos, you are missing out. I would say at least a third of those that I personally sponsored found me through videos. That is huge, you guys. Videos work. If you're not doing videos, you need to do them because it shows people your personality and they connect with you in a way that they just can't do it just through, you know, Facebook posts or emails. Okay, so videos, do videos, upload them to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope is awesome, do that too. Okay, attraction marketing. We talk about this a lot with Younique. It works, but it takes time. So while you're waiting on the attraction marketing, that's when you do personal messages to people. Okay, so you're working both at the same time. Yeah, you're posting on Facebook, lifestyle posts, not join my team, but, you know, picture of the park. Here's my office for the day. Okay, fun things, simple things like that that show people, hey, I want to do what she's doing. And then be consistent at it every day. Do a post. I promise you people are watching. I went to a wedding in Vegas a few weeks ago, and somebody that I am connected to but don't know very well, you know, we haven't talked in years, literally years, came up to me and said, I love your videos and your posts on Facebook about your makeup. I was like, what? I didn't even know she was watching me. And let me tell you my story really quick. Really quick. So I joined, okay, let me back up. I found out about Younique 1 week after the launch. 2012, 1 week after the launch, because I was connected to Nicole Smith. And I was watching her on Facebook, and she joined this little company, and I had no interest in that at all because the products were strange, and I already was part of another direct sales company. No interest at all. But you know what? You could say stalking. I watched her Facebook post. We weren't even friends. I was watching her business page. I watched her Facebook post and just saw her success with the business. And because I saw her success, I reached out to her and started asking her some questions about 5-6 months down the road, because she started doing pretty well. And then I started asking her even more questions once she promoted to a purple status. Okay, you guys, I reached out to her because I saw that she was consistent. I wanted to join somebody that was doing the business, that was doing well, that was being successful with the business. Okay, I mean, it helped that she was really the only person I really knew doing it. But I even told her, I said, you know, if you hadn't been the first to hit purple, I don't know, maybe I would have shopped around. Who knows? I wanted someone that was consistent because that told me I could trust them. Consistency equals trust, okay? So attraction marketing, you're branding yourself, okay? If you're gonna post on Facebook, be consistent, do videos, talk about what you love, show your personality, and people will be attracted to you, okay? Okay, sponsoring is to build confidence in others, all right? So this is one thing I love too, and this is kind of an attitude thing, but when you have, so objections with sponsoring, let me back up. Objections with sponsoring, one of the biggest things, it really comes down to 2 things, okay, objections. Confidence in themselves, 3 things. Confidence in themselves, confidence in direct sales or the company, confidence in you. Those are the 3 objections people have. Money is usually not the problem. People, they want to find the money, they'll find the money. Someone tells you they don't have the money, there's something else going on. That's not the real issue. So if somebody, your job is to build confidence. That will help you with sponsoring, okay? If someone comes to you and says, you know, I've been thinking about this, but I'm just not sure, your job is to help them see that they can do this business. That is your job. That's what sponsoring is all about, okay? Having confidence that they can do it, having confidence that direct sales is the way to get to their dreams and their goals, and that this company can get them there. And then having confidence in you, that you're the person that can help them with that. Honestly, almost every objection can be answered with those 3 things, okay? Helping people see that they can do this, okay? And that the business can get them there, and that you're the one that can help them, okay? Now, I have to be honest, you know, I wasn't even sure I could sell makeup doing this business. So having somebody, you know, tell me, yes, you can do this. I made this much. I know you can make this much was huge for me. Huge, 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 okay? Okay, I've got 12 more tips, and then we're going to finish up on that. So like I said, pen and paper, you guys. So we talked about how many people did you talk about yesterday? Okay, that's my number 1 tip. I wrote these down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, thank you cards. So one of the biggest tips I got from my sponsor was to write thank you cards to my customers. So that's following up, offering great customer service. When you reach out to thank your customer, do you mention that, hey, you would be great at this business. You should think about it. Or have you ever thought about it? That's instilling confidence in them and planting seeds. We're just constantly planting seeds. And then just wait. You know, I often get asked, do you have a script that I can send to a prospective presenter? You know what? I don't, because I don't send this long worded thing because I found that that doesn't really work. It's kind of a turnoff. People don't read it anyways. And you know what? You just need to ask questions. So I'm really simple when I follow up with customers. I honestly just ask, have you ever thought about selling or joining? And then I just zip my lip and I listen and I see what they say. And then we kind of just have the conversation go from there, okay? My other tip to follow up with that is get people off the computer, on the phone, on Google, on Skype, whatever, where it's more interactive, okay? Because computer can't convey emotion. I mean, I can type, this company is great. I love this company. It's so awesome. You should join, okay? Yeah, smiley faces or whatever. But if I can get on the phone with somebody and say, oh my gosh, you know what? You would be amazing at this company. You would be fantastic. I love it. It's so great. I mean, you can hear the excitement and the passion in my voice, and that is going to convey over to them and get them excited and get them more interested in thinking that this is something really great that I can do, okay? We talked about consistent posting, okay? You're not selling, you're sharing. Talk about lifestyle posts. Not everything, no, or at least less graphics, okay? Less graphics. People want to see a picture of you. There's a Beachbody coach that I connected with on Facebook. I don't even know how we connected, but I got to tell you, I feel like her and I would be really good friends because I see pictures of her and I see videos of her, and she's this like bubbly, happy person. And you know, any personality, you can be successful. You don't have to be bubbly, happy, but I connected with her, okay? And so it makes me trust her and feel like I know her. So when I'm ready to do business, she pops in my head, okay? Which leads me to branding. When people think of unique, you want them to think of you. And when they think of you, you want them to think of unique, okay? Brand yourself in the business. Add to your Facebook network, and not just unique reps, okay? If you're using Facebook, which I love Facebook, make a goal, add 5 new friends a day, okay? And connect in multiple ways. So if you have someone that you meet in person, Amber Voigt taught me this trick, take their phone, like with their permission, and say, hey, can I, are you on Facebook on your phone? Yes, they're gonna say, because everybody is. You take their phone and you add yourself on their phone on Facebook. Then when you get home, you accept their friend request, connect with them, maybe wait or day or 2 or 3 or whatever, ask their permission, add them to your customer group. The more ways you are connected with people, the better, okay? I love this tip by Eric Worre. If I would you, hey, if I sent you this link, would you listen to it? Okay, find a tool, a call. Your upline probably has a call that they use. Send it to your friends, your network, your leads. It's a really easy, casual way of talking. Hey, if I were you, and then follow up with them. 3-way calls with your sponsor. Have your sponsor help you with wording on how to close people. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to leave here with is my tip for closing, because this works like gold, you guys. So again, I get on the phone with people, and let's say we've talked to somebody and we've gone through and talked about, answered their questions about the business. And then there's that kind of awkward like pause, right? At the end, you're like, okay, so you're in your mind, you're thinking, are you going to join? Are you not going to join? But you're not sure what to say. This works so good. So here's what I say. I say, okay, great. So it looks like, you're really interested on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is, purchasing products or hosting, and 10 is getting signed up. Where are you? And you know what? They will tell you exactly where they're at. And if they say 9 or 10, like, you get them signed up right then and there. Like, you don't wait until tomorrow. You get them signed up right then and there. If it's a 6, 7, 8, maybe there's some concerns. And so you can say, well, looks like you're really thinking about it. What are some other concerns we haven't talked about? Then you just talk about it and have that conversation, okay? And then just remember, timing is important. So if someone says they're not interested, follow up. You guys, there is a lot of value in being patient, persistent, and consistent. I mean, if you are those 3 things, even if your skill set of sponsoring and talking to people isn't very good, you're going to be amazing at this business, because those are the 3 things that get you through everything. Be patient, okay? People, keep up with them. Be persistent and consistent. Every day, daily activities, that's what's going to make it happen. Last thing, make a list. You guys, I'm a huge list person. So make a list the night before. Who am I going to talk to tomorrow to introduce this business to? Have an ongoing list of your prospective presenters. Who can I talk to today, this month, that's going to join my team? I mean, I put stars. This one's going to join, this one's going to join, this one's going to join. It's a constant focus on who is going to join my team that month. And I'm very, very intentional about it. So you guys, sponsoring is amazing. It's the best thing you can do for your business. It's so much fun to build a team and have other fantastic women around you that are doing this business and doing it with you. And you guys can do this. You can be successful at it, and you can rock it. So that's my quick 30-minute webinar. I'm glad I actually stayed under time. So yeah, feel free to connect with me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Michelle Skousen Bell, and have a fabulous evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and go build your teams and build your business. All right. Bye, guys.